Hello, my name is Robert and I have created a video game called Escape Time. The game genre is both adventure and shooter. I chose this game because I thought that the game would be interesting to my target audience as it is unique. The game has been made for consoles and my target audience is teenagers because the game is challenging and made to be fun and entertaining. Also, I think teenagers are more likely to play consoles because they have simple buttons and they are cheaper to buy than computers. I have chosen the target audience because I have done secondary research using the internet. I have also done primary research by creating a questionnaire for teenagers. The questionnaire has helped me to find information about which type of game teenagers will play. The questionnaire has also helped me to find out whether I should make a 2D or 3D game. The primary requirements of this game are that it needs to be entertaining, challenging and unique. I think Escape Time meets the requirements for teenagers because the game grabs the attention of the audience and gets more difficult so that teenagers will not lose interest and get bored of the game. I also think the game is unique as it is based around robots taking over the world and there are not many games like this. Another requirement is that my game has to be suited for teenagers. I have done this by not making the game too violent. I have also made the game for both genders so that more people will buy the game. The requirement for this is that it needs to have characters that do not look like male or female. Instead, I have made my character a robot. This makes both genders feel not left out as they will play as a robot. I have designed the game to run on consoles as it has a medium polygon count so that consoles can run the game without lagging. Also, there are enough buttons for the console so the player can use the controller. The screen resolution is good for the game as it will be shown on TVs. I chose to use consoles because there are lots of people that play consoles and I think that lots of console players will like the style of my games as shooters are popular on consoles. During the making of the video game, I have learnt a lot about making video games. I have also made mistakes that I have had to learn from. When I started to create my video game, I did not know how to make a game like what I have created. However, I have gotten better at making video games each lesson. A mistake during the making of the video game was that I spent not enough time using textures and I also spent too much time trying to get my enemies working. During the making of my video game, I have done alpha testing and beta testing so that I know problems with the game and how I can improve the video game. I did the alpha testing by myself and I looked at key areas of my video game. An example of my test was making sure that the player can jump and walk. I have also tested to make sure that my enemies work and my gun is able to shoot. During the beta testing, I have asked people what they think of the game and any problems that they have found. From the beta testing, I have found bugs with my game. An example is that a door is too small so other players find it difficult to get through. Hello, this is the video game that I have created. It's called Escape Time and I'm going to show you how it works and I'm going to play a demo. As you can see, this is the menu. It's a background of the mansion building that you'll be playing in. The game, I have two options. I can either press play or exit. The exit button takes me back out of Blender and the play button will start the first level. I have many buttons on this game. I can turn right and left with the keys. I can also go forwards and backwards with the forward key and the backwards key. I can press spacebar to jump. If I press F, I will fire my bullets. If I press E, this will be first person mode. If I press Q, I'll aim down sights. If I press 1, I'll go in third person mode. So I'm going to start showing you the level now. As you can see, there are textures on the floor that I've added using Google Images. I've also put in assets such as lamps and like walls and stuff like that, and chairs that you can stand on. This makes the level look more interesting. I've also got a floor that if you fall down, it'll send you back to the original start of the game. I've got ammo that you can collect, and as you can see by the bottom right hand corner of the screen, your ammo goes up. Also I can collect health, and my health will go up. If I fire bullets, the ammo will go down, and if I get hit by enemies, my health will go down. So it's challenging but also fun, the game. As you can see, there's platforms that get harder and harder, and more corridors. The objective is to get to the end of the corridors and defeat the boss at the end. It's first person and third person, as you can see. I find it easier in third person for some jumps. Yeah, there's multiple levels to the game that get harder. I chose some simple lighting, as you can see by the lampshades above me. I wanted to make the theme of like an abandoned mansion. This is the second level I've just skipped to, just to show you a demonstration. This has also been modelled slightly different. I didn't get a chance to change the keys, so the keys are W, A, S and D to move left and right on the second level, because I decided to change them at the last second but didn't get to do the other levels. So as you can see, the game gets harder and more challenging to complete. As you can see, I've also got an animation on the feet, so when I walk, the feet move. You've got to get over these jumps to get to the next part of the level. And I've done that part now. Now there's the enemy here. He does take down your health, which I'll show you in the next level. This advances you to the next level when you get to there. I'm now on my third level, and as you can see, the enemy is slightly different. He's bigger this time because he's the boss. He can kill you, as you see. If you press F, you can shoot him and he'll die. And then at the end of the level, is the second part. I'm going to show you how I've designed the levels and how I've edited and made all my levels work. As you can see, this is the menu. I've used logic gates to make it work when you press certain buttons. As you can see, when I press left click, it'll send me to the level 1 scene, and I have to mouse over and press left click. On the exit, I've got also some more logic gates which show When you left click, it'll exit the game and quit the game. So that's the first level. There's also an animation on the camera that will make it go forwards and backwards, so that when you go into the game, you'll go up and you'll look up and down, as you can see. This is done using the dog sheet editor. Which you can make animations and to make the game look more impressive. This is level 1. And this is the corridor here. So my whole game is made out of one corridor, like this. Yeah. There's walls that I've designed, and the pink squares are textures, but they're not showing up on this computer until you press P and start the game. Inside the corridor is where your player starts. This is an invisible cube when you press P. This makes it so the enemy can collide with you and it doesn't glitch out. This is the modelling for my gun, as you can see here. When you press the F button, it'll send a bullet from another scene. This bullet damages the enemy when it hits. I've also put a camera in front of the scope, so when you press the Q button, it'll aim down sights, and when you press the E button, it'll do hip fire, as you can see. All the coding for the player is actually on the box, on the blue box. As you can see here, there's quite a lot that I have done. I've got the keyboard to move forwards and backwards, left and right, and I've used motion sensors to make these go left, right and forwards and backwards. If I press the space bar, I'll jump, as you can see. There's 3 camera keyboards there, and if I collide with the health ammo, it will also send a message to the HUD, which is there. And this has got an overlay scene on the camera, so that it'll always look at this and then show the background as the game. I've created a nav mesh for the enemy. The enemy can only walk around the nav mesh, so he can't go anywhere else which has not got this layered at the bottom. It's like purple and coloured floor. There is a slight glitch when you're playing and you get to about here. The enemy will just collide at the end of the nav mesh because it can't go any further. So it just stays there and then the player can shoot it. To make the go into next levels, I've used an invisible box. As you can see here, this isn't visible when you play the game. So when you press play, you can't actually see it. It's just a white background. When you stand on it, it'll send you to level 2 scene. And this is my level 2. As you can see, it's slightly smaller. I didn't use up as much time on this one. And I've also got level 3, which I use the end as the boss fight. and I've also got the text at the end which will sound, and that's about it for the video game. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my video game.